Okay. Okay, hello. I didn't hit a button and have been talking to myself. Less, just not even without any viewers sort of talking to myself. No, I hadn't even gone live and had been talking to myself for the last half an hour. And it wasn't until I checked OBS that I realized that things weren't going. So, that is a thing. So, alright, welcome to my first ever First Descendant stream. This is a free-to-play game that came out on July 2nd. I was planning on playing it on the 3rd, but there were a bunch of server issues, so that's why I didn't play. This is a lot like Warframe in the sense that you have to unlock characters, you have to go about getting various parts before crafting them, which this is a part for a weapon that you need to craft it. You need three or four pieces for it and whatnot. These are the material patterns that unlock this. There are 4 or 5 ones, each one having a percentage chance of getting that. That definitely put a stopper on my whole stream. But so I have 3 Desendants, as they are called. Viesa, this is the first one you get. First one you get, you got to choose between Viesa, who is a crowd control based character, Lepek, which is a more gun and run explosive
it's just wiping them all
character, which normally that is the type of character I would choose. However, I wanted to change things up. And then Ajax, who is the tank character. Those are the 3 that you choose at first, and then after you move along through the story, you get the chance to unlock Bunny, who is a speed demon electric character. All her abilities go around either going very fast to build up electrical power, or using that electrical power to cause emissions and shocks, or do basically what is a Kamehameha, but not as powerful, which is a little disappointing. So, however, I had been doing a few missions just over here in Rockfall, mainly this Void mission, which you have to have a Descendant with an electrical ability to destroy parts of that, then kill enemies to gain these void shards to then feed into these missions once you have the correct amorphous shards. And then I was bouncing to this strategic outpost. It says it's a reconnaissance mission, but it's mainly just you roll up, you kill everyone, you kill 3 field towers, kill a boss, then have to wait 5 minutes. But as I said before, wasn't actually live, so just talking to myself. So, as I was talking, I am mainly doing missions to grind up some of my characters, mainly Viesa, and then this Descendant Reyna, because the next mission in the main mission stream is a boss fight who is definitely strong against Electric, who I was doing most of my work. Yes, very strong against Electric, which Bunny, that's the main ability one. So I was trying to stay away from running this mission as that, simply because when you are near to the recommended level, like this is level 34, so I would have to get one of my other characters up there too close to level 34, and even then it is definitely a tough fight when you're at level or just under level. So I didn't want to be detrimenting my team while bringing in a character that was strong, didn't have skills that were good against them. So I am spending time grinding various missions, mainly also trying to get these red skills. This is a Descendant only modifier, as well as the special mods or stabilizers, which will, when you're crafting these, trying to unlock something, it will boost the chances of the 3, 6, and 15% blueprints, and decrease the 38 ones down to like 30. Those two down to around 30, 36 area, and the others up to 3, 8, and like 20%. I have one, wasn't able to use it because I thought it was a case of you had the ability to choose which of those 5, and I was like, that's really cool, but that's not what it is. So I'm going to be doing a public operation, which means I will be in matchmaking, simply because I am at level, sort of, but also my Descendant is at level. My weapons are all much higher, which is kind of nice. Something that you can run around with higher level weapons and still do the same damage. You just aren't able to tank as much.
It appears the enemy intends to destroy the entire facility.
And I am with at least one person who is high level, who is obviously doing this to grind out for stuff, and then the rest are probably doing main missions.
According to these records, the facility you're in is a private laboratory of general aid on the Legion of Immortality.
So while you can, as a case with this game, buy things in the cash shop, which
it won't be an easy fight if they are.
Makes getting some of these Descendants, these weapons, the upgrades to the Descendants for mod capacities, you are you have to get it with premium currency, but unlike Warframe, which has the same sort of system, you aren't able to trade patterns that you've collected and don't need to other people with that for that currency. So I'm staying away from buying as much of this or buying with money, mainly because I don't mind some of the grinding, and it's less than a week. I haven't really figured out what all I'm going to be doing. However, yeah, still, as I'm leveling up, going to keep the status as it is, or at least in public matches. There are other earlier missions that yesterday and today on my own I was grinding out and able to do solo, which is how I did most of the leveling up of Bunny to 40, where that max level for maybe both. I'm not sure, both weapons and Desendants.
I'm sure
They are the
dare do
first
something like that if Corel
one
and
that
Eamon
I've
were
gotten
actually
to
here.
level 40. There is
For
weapon
now,
proficiency
we need to stabilize the deactivated
here, but
reactor. Turn on the coolers.
I just haven't
I'll continue tracking the Ironheart
gotten
traces.
anything fully proficient due to pretty much constantly switching up weapons when getting something of a higher DPS level. Normally at this sort of level, I would not be able to kill or do that high of damage if I was a level 15 character with level 15 guns. It is all because of my 33, 34 level guns that I have on my character. Okay, that, I missed my jump, and am now back a little further. So somebody else missed their jump. They do have a grappling hook that allows people to make some of these jumps or just go fast more than they normally could, which is nice. But you only get 2 charges, and sometimes
all units
you
transmitting
lose
critical operation
that.
details. From the restored Vulgus experiment records, I've reconstructed an audio recording that seems to have been made during the time of the experiments. Listen.
Legion will become greater through the Ironheart. Rise, my warriors. If your lives will rip off.
Might very much just the weapons that I have right now aren't ones I enjoy using, but I've dismantled any ones that are of a similar level. But there is a way to infuse weapons up to do higher DPS, so I might end up, at least this grenade launcher, or this, basically what is a trace, not a trace rifle, but a pulse rifle. This pulse rifle that I don't like the most. It doesn't have an option to go full auto, you have to pull the trigger each time, and that's getting a little annoying, so I might end up taking...
Ironheart's already gone.
This is why the trace is felt.
What?
Place. Descendant, in order to increase the accuracy of our pursuit, we need to access all the data on Vulgus units who were transformed using the Ironheart. You must defeat...
Alright, I'm sorry about that. My mic, or at least headset, was having
Will
some
do. I'll be on my way.
disconnection
Good hunting.
issues, which I've had with this before. Oh, missed the jump. Can't just double Spider-Man it over. There we go. Hand it over. And so that is the sign that we're getting close to the boss. And yeah, since they've started the boss fight, we are getting moved over, and I'm gonna appear in a flash of fire, which is just a transmat. This is a Argus enemy that has been upgraded with a item called the Ironheart, which is something that is special for the story, which the story isn't the most important for people. Deal with the settings. That is always when you're on your own, it's not too bad to deal with the gunfire. But 4 people all shooting very close to each other, it gets really loud. And yeah, that's the immune phase, the panic phase, and leveled up. We all just want this over with, so we are... No, there we go. That is the boss done. And...
It is over, Descendant. But there is so much
welcome
information
in,
that is
Delta
hard to
Creator.
accept.
It's a little different than what I normally do on a Sunday. This is a game that came out a little while ago, but I've been interested in playing it. But thanks for stopping by. And I'm going back to Avalon, which is the basically the social area for this place, and I'm doing that because this Death Roar weapon I am not too interested in keeping, and also actually try this Void Intercept battle. That is this Executioner boss level. I'm gonna try it publicly because this is the one that I am working. I'm in matchmaking. Hopefully I can switch my Descendant to Freya, who is a Venom-based character. Yep, matchmaking. I hopefully got it there in time. I'm definitely very... Oh, we are too... No, not... Okay, we're getting more people. Good, they're all... Claiming... I'm definitely the lowest level, which... At least... for this person, but... Hopefully, because I am not playing Bunny, which is the most has an electric abilities which he is strong against, which is why this guy wants me. Badly, which is not good because I am. Yeah, and. Come on. Try his aggro. So, the glowing blue spots on him are his sort of weak points. Which allow you to do more damage. Don't have time for little... He's immune. This is not so much enrage phase. That's what they've been calling it. Oh, this is. Right, so that's phase over. Immune phase. Oh, those are tracking. That's not fun. And I'm not someone who run very fast. Big issue with running these ones near or at damage level. You don't do as much damage to the boss as is really good unless you're hitting these weak spots or have modded your character in a position to resist a bunch of damage, which I definitely didn't. But he's not at me. Weren't really after me on that one. So I might end up running this mission again because I failed it. I'm mainly doing this mission just to get past it and open up a new area. And if I fail, then I fail, and I'll go back to what the plan had been which was just grinding and leveling things up. But since Bunny, the character that I had been doing so much of this game with, was such a speed demon, well, it's just a bit of a difference getting used to the fact that I'm not running like the damn wind. Especially in a case like that, and rescued. Hopefully I can stay alive long enough. Okay, so he's now no longer needing those. That second bar that slowly builds up is the one that is brings those damage phases. Enjoy that grenade launcher, but he is definitely very weak. Poison? There we go. We got him. Thankfully. Now I'm just running around collecting various items. Now, it's hopefully there is a amorphous material that I can use. So 16 or 17. I'm definitely if I can find out how to grind out 17 ones. Small chance of getting the... Okay, catalyst. Crystallized ancient catalyst, that's... I don't want 3 of those. But... that. And now... on to the next section, and
The space-time fabric of the void. You succeeded. If there are...
so the story is supposed to not be bad, and I
we will need...
also don't really, not really interested too much in it.
Thanks to you, the
So
stability
I
of
am
my system was restored.
skipping through it. This
However,
is much more
the
of
Iron
a...
Heart has
The fun
slipped from
comes
our
at the
grasp.
end game. The end game is after
While you
the
were stopping
mission.
the Colossus, I...
Ah, Descendant.
Yes,
You're here.
Jeremy.
I will tell Enzo to prepare to resume the operation.
Understood.
Fun. Okay.
Descendant, wrap up any preparations for reinforcements quickly, and head to the Misty Woods outpost in Echo Swamp. Enzo is awaiting your arrival.
So, that is... go to the crafting area. Yeah, it was definitely a fight, and quite a fight, and didn't help that all of us were pretty much under level. Everyone was like either, for me, like level 9, level 10 area, or mid-20s.
Now what do you
So
want?
instead of being
Go on, I'm waiting.
around 34, we weren't at a didn't have the health to really do it. Plus, 2 of our characters were bunny descendants who did electrical damage, who he's very strong against. But thankfully, we were able to defeat him. And I'm just checking Enzo for a moment. Go to research. Brave. Everything is from... doesn't look any of his major... Okay. Yeah. This is definitely doesn't look to be a person that from this Echo Swamp. I can get some of the silicon to craft the pieces to craft his catalyst and stabilizer, but he is not someone I can craft just quite yet. So as such, as the title suggested, I am first section. Going to run this mission here, Magister's Lab. No, Magister's Lab. I'm gonna also do the strategic outpost just on the chance of getting the needed materials, but what else have I got? Better weapons. Yeah, sort of. Devils. Call machine gun. Which weapons? There we go. Little easier. And this is the just got the low carbon mat, so I didn't get what I was hoping for. It's only like a 20% chance of getting that, so that's not too bad. But now it's a trek over here to run this mission to get this the number 2 amorphous pattern material, and should be able. It's a one that I can do privately on my own and be able to get it done in about 5 minutes or so. I can do it a little faster if I with other characters, but new operation. It says it's about a 15-minute operation, but that's at level.
This is the Ancestors facility. I hope we can find something we can use to restore my system. But the Vulgus commander has already ordered his troops to extract the data. Are we too late?
The Ancestors' data should not be underestimated. Not only does it have immense capacity, it's also quantum encrypted. Even the Magisters who worked here
Yeah,
for research said that full
about
data extraction is
5
impossible.
minutes. This one isn't as
Magisters.
doesn't have many running bits as
Were once allied with
the
Vulgus.
other one I did. So this one I'm
More
just
importantly, the enemy is after the Ancestors' data as well.
able to grind up.
Anyone think why?
Nothing comes to mind. My only guess is that this place is somehow connected to the Ironheart. I'll know once I have the data.
SMG is
Descendant.
nice.
Unfortunately, none of the Ancestors' data remains in this terminal.
This is
I will check the other terminals, but it seems the Vulgus were successful with their extraction.
yeah. I've done this
That can't be
one
right. If it were
only a
possible
few
to
times.
fully
I thought
extract
this was
the data, then
the one that I was
Magisters
grinding
would
out
have already done it.
Until
last
recent
night,
date,
where I had gotten
it would have been
10 of
impossible
them
for the
done.
Vulgus as well. However,
But
if they have someone on their side who is very familiar with the Ironheart, then it will have been achievable. By applying algorithms from the Ironheart to military applications, electronic warfare capabilities can be greatly improved. I recommend we investigate the other terminals.
Descendant, did you come here looking for me? Or did you come to witness the superior technology of the Vulgus?
yeah, level 10, which is nice. I'm 1/4 of the way to getting to what is max level. Then from there, I think it's gaining different like, higher level weapons from harder content that'll make you a probably not higher level, but do higher content. Which, yes. So I'm now at the boss fight.
This terminal also does not contain the ancestors' data. However, Descendant,
That was the
I
only
sense
guy you
the
really have
transmission
to
of the
fight once
ancestors'
you
data is
kill
happening
sort of like
close
the
by.
boss
That is
there.
most
All the
likely
other
where the enemy
enemies
command center is located.
flee, and then you can
As the enemy sealed off Kingston's
continue
network,
it.
transmitting data over a long distance would have been impossible. This means we still have an opportunity to retrieve the ancestors' data.
But I've definitely been enjoying this game. This has been a little different than some of the other ones. So I do have a XP booster on this, but that's only because the game had given us a few various boosters as an apology to all the issues they had during launch. So there. Not really too many. That's not. But these are another way you can just go about doing the infiltrations without running there, which is nice. Special ones. These are various endless wave missions, and are actually a good way to go about getting in a good amount of XP, just because there are so many waves. I think 50 or so. I can't remember what it was, but the enemies get harder and harder as you go along, and at certain levels you get rewards with the option to leave or continue. But I'm going to continue along, and there are 3 spots where enemies spawn: right here, and then right over where through that door. So
Descendant.
they are.
Vulgus have targeted a nearby Albion Kuiper storage facility.
Each wave sort of lasts 2 minutes, and you have to kill all the enemies, protect the bot there from. And yeah, screen stuttering. Oh, I guess back here is also another spot that they can spawn. Yeah, there's a. So I'm running with what looks to be 3 bunnies, so they're just being very fast, killing out everything before I can even shoot them.
We picked up signals from multiple enemies. Good luck.
Somewhat keep the ability to. Okay. You definitely get some from the waves, but I might be gaining XP from everyone else's kills, which that is the case. That is very useful. Definite screen stuttering, which is fun, but how it is. Okay, so this person has definitely modded their bunny to being able to keep their 3rd skill up constantly, as it were. So the cooldown of their of their electrical skill is shorter than the time up, so they can just continue running around, causing that pulse and doing damage, which I was almost able to do that. The mods that I had allowed me to pretty much have it up all but for a couple seconds. Which, to get it to that point, you have to enhance a few mods, which I would be able to do, but at the point I was at, I was switching up mods as I went simply because I wasn't max level or in the end game where builds really matter.
Vulgus are after the Kuiper. I didn't expect them to set a force of this size.
Yes, I am definitely getting experience from everyone else's kills, because there's no way the amount of kills and damage I've been doing to people were enough to level up twice. Hopefully people will be willing to continue on. It looks like it's wave 21 is the highest, but there might be an option to go further past that. It's clear, then they run away and disappear. So unlike Warframe, where they have similar endless missions like this, Warframe, it's every 5 that you get a reward, and after 5, it's the rarity and whatnot of the reward increases. Here, you don't get the first one till level 7 or 8, and then it's level 10. I've only been able to do up to wave 10 because the enemies were just much too hard for me, and we were letting our defense thing be damaged pretty heavily, so we all decided to leave. But right now, we're not at a spot where we worry too much. I'm just standing here pretty much looking pretty. This person got that area locked down. Most of the things here that I can't pick up are just health or ammo that I'm full up on, so I'm not able to get anything, but I am able to pick up gold, which is a basic currency. The small... definitely have time to set up. Yeah, so we're getting some enemies that are a little faster and spreading out a little bit, so definitely going to be staying around this area. helicopter, but I'm here. I definitely remember from the last time I did this, the enemy that spawned here, as the waves get further up, closer to, like, 8 area, becomes more than just one explosive guy. They become more of a elite or boss guy, which will be good, because really just standing around watching people fight is no fun for me, and they got but that should.
We picked up signals from multiple enemies. Good luck.
This is the Force skill, which lets you get a secondary weapon, as it were, that just shoots venom. Being max level. You got some guys that are out of 21. Okay. There's one Descendant that has whose abilities are all sort of like setting up turrets, which for these sort of missions would make them a breeze, because you would be able to set up some of these Descendants or turrets and not have to worry about the runners.
We picked up signals from multiple enemies. Good luck.
I think after, once we hit level 7, we might get a reward, or we might be level 8. You definitely get warned, reward after this level, so you know when things are going. This isn't good. I might be lagging out. Server might be an issue. Yep. I am going to have some server issues. I am. Oh! Nope. Just some very massive lag. That's not a good sign. Definitely one other person is dealing with connection issues, so that hopefully is just a sign of there being lots of people playing and they don't have these servers, kind of like how Helldivers were when it first came out, and not signs of something worse. But I definitely didn't have this issue yesterday at this sort of time, but I will see. Screen choppiness has definitely been something people have talked about online for the console as well as PlayStation, but mostly being PlayStation, so I definitely expect them to be putting in a fix for that soon. There we go. Enhanced Ray. And he... So yeah, this is sort of the level where I would start getting the various bosses. That was a mini boss that we had. He had 2 damage phases. Normally, some of them might have 2, 3, 1. And once you do a full damage phase, he does that immune phase. So, oh, wow, I got the stabilizer. Definitely can. Oh, they all want to abort, so I'm going to also abort, because I'm not continuing past. Honestly, really surprised I got as much. I got that shape stabilizer myself. I'm going to restart. They are usually a very small chance of getting, because they boost things up, but let's hopefully... We'll need all the gold that I collected. I got a couple million, and... But, yeah. Hopefully we'll join a group that's things are a little more steady, stable, and we got somebody who definitely spent some money on the cash shop, because yep, Storm Eagle spent money on the cash shop, because that maid outfit is only something to be bought with premium currency, as well as probably bought the that'll be the water descendant with premium currency, because everything is
Vulgus have targeted a nearby Albion Kuiper storage facility.
Okay, maybe this person isn't AFK? No, they are just doing the work that I was doing, keeping the middle area. Locked down.
Clear the Vulgus are after the Kuiper. Didn't expect them to send a force of this size.
Hey. Nice. Set things up, so I'm gonna, after this mission, change the audio so I'm not constantly hearing the same thing. I already did change a little bit of this audio simply because the gunfire was a bit much. Never enough to be sort of deafening, but at a point where it was annoying. And having the... I think it looks like we've got 23 toxic wanted Desendants, which is fine. Definitely miss having the electric bunnies running around these areas, locking them down. This is definitely the way you want to go about leveling alternate Descendants.
We picked up signals from
Sure, you can
multiple enemies.
redo
Good luck.
the main mission lines, but that just... and slow, plus their butt stick speed wouldn't be getting. Definitely glad that I was able to, before I started the stream, figure out the input audio delay that I was having. Like the last one I had, when I pulled the trigger, there'd be about a half a second delay between me pulling the trigger and then me hearing the sound of the gunfire. So, however, I would see it at the same point as when I had pulled the trigger on my controller. And it somewhat can, yeah. Mainly just knowing where things are and when you're playing something that's a little more competitive and you have to be worrying about that. It's important. But it was actually, I just watched a quick YouTube video and that popped. I was able to fix the settings. The little tuning that I had done, it was all about mic audio was the ones that I was finding not having that issue, or people aren't telling me that there is that issue. Sure, there's a little bit of a lag, but that somewhat. That's sniper. Let me. Some of these ones where you have to do defense, it doesn't look like the armor recharges between ways, which is, or recharges at least when not being damaged, which is a little disappointing. Makes sense why, if you end up getting too much damage to it, you would want to leave before leaving the game.
It's clear the Vulcans are after the pipeline. I didn't expect them to send a force of this size.
Okay, so no, it's just a slow take up, because it definitely has healed some, which is still good. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we will continue past levels wave 7, but I thought that about the other team, they all said no. There we go.
We're continuing to identify incoming Vulcans. We must hold our defense. Back over there, see what ammo I can pick up. It's being low on that. Never good. Not so much ammo, but definitely a lot of gold. Way over there. Thanks. That's good to know. Yeah, at times thought I dealt with the game audio sounds, but then
we get in the middle of something, and I'm definitely hearing it pretty loudly, so...
Our casualties are mounting. Disaster.
This will... No, that's not going to change anything. I've got it at the lowest possible setting. I'm going to mute it on the polar side of things, so... I definitely know for, like, Skyrim, it's not as bad. I've got settings, at least I think, pretty good there, but this is a little different, and I don't want to be futzing around with my settings mid-fight, since there we go, this is, yep. Might not have... Oh, okay, so... There's something else that I need to do on that end. At least maybe I got my right. Like all new games, and even some old games, they've got some bugs that are constantly needing to be worked out.
Our casualties are mounting. Disaster.
I also don't know what they're talking about casualties mounting. Up there. Other than a little extra damage on the sheet armor side or shield side of things of our defense, nothing. That was a waste of that skill. Alright, so one person is leaving, and yeah, so yeah, then every 7, 3, 4 afterwards. Okay. Yep. I saw that cleaned away. The servers are definitely acting up. Or it might just be on my side of things are just a little more deep, hard for my internet, and as such, I'm going a little slower, but...
Casualties are mounting. Disaster.
With last foot person who was here leaving, I've taken over their Yeah, and I still get some enemies charging over to me, which is good. As long as I keep that huddle down. Keep up the watching both angles. Don't think we'll be getting somebody to replace that person who was there. I think there's only matchmaking at the start, which means anyone else at level 10 decides to leave, I'm also going to join them, because getting further up into these as... oh, that is not good. I haven't had this sort of screen jerkiness quite a while in the game. Not good. But
Recon Force spotted enemy reinforcements. There's no end to them.
out of that area. Yeah, after this one, I am leaving this defense, trying something a little different. Hopefully it's just this mission that is causing me a bunch of jerkiness leg and not the whole game. Refilled my mana bar there.
We're continuing to identify incoming bombers. We must hold our defense.
Alright, so that sign we got a boss somewhere. There's the boss. Only knew that there was a boss or some sort of guy nearby because they're the only ones who can call down that rocket pod, which is the glowing red circle around you. Yeah, we're... Other than a lack of speed, honestly, the ability to stack toxin damage on Cecil is quite nice. Definitely given some of these, like, their skills a thought and some pretty good synergy on it, which is nice. Yeah, there we go. Now, since we've all chosen, we're gonna leave and hopefully next let's see. Back to in and hopefully run another mission just to see how I am. Good. This is this gold flashing symbol means that I can upgrade my mastery rank, where you go to the prime hands and you activate the prime hands, and then slightly interesting cutscene plays out, and I can go, just barely able to go up to mastery rank 10. And you step up into these hands and you get squished while electricity powers into you. It's a slow squish too. I normally just, because it's so slow, do the skip, but as a sign, or at least for the stream, I was going to do the whole thing. That actually, because I am level 10, I can head over to back to Aeneas, if you want to follow her, the person who's dealing with crafting, and should be able to start on some of the Divine Punishment, which is a quest I have on my screen, which is just 2 random quests.
Go on, I'm waiting.
Yes, Divine. I can now start. I would be able to, if I had all the pieces, get this. Still desert. Swamp, so I can get stuff from the Echo Swamp. No, that. Stunning Beauty, which is one of the next ones, Void bosses. But because I was a little late due to getting everything set up on this end audio, I wasn't able to like eat because time got away from me. But with that being the getting the mastery rank done and everything, I am going to call it there for my stream. I hope you definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, good time for you to head out, Delta Creative, since I am planning on stopping here. Thanks for being here, watching it, showing up for pretty much every stream that I do. It's very appreciated, definitely for those who also just sort of lurk. That's also appreciated stopping by, and those who are watching after the fact, definitely leave a comment. I try to read and respond to everything that is put there. I am going to be doing at least this game again on Wednesday. I should be able to get further along the main story quest, as well as figuring out what I am going to do. Some of the Descendants that I were wanting to grind out for, I need to have access to places like here or here, as well as Hagios and the desert and White Notch Gulch, which I don't have access to because I haven't gotten out of the swamp. So that is just, I should have at least 2 of those areas most likely unlocked by Wednesday, because I'll be, depending on how Monday and Tuesday go, I'll be definitely playing Tuesday night, but that's on my own. So thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed what you were seeing, feel free to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe for more of this, as it'll be on Wednesday at 7. So until then, thanks for hanging out.